Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Happy birthday to you. Y'all, this is for entertainment, entertaining, commenting, criticism, educating purposes. Now I want to get into Naziah Harris, and everything I say is allegedly what I think, okay? Not what I know, what I think. These are my reaction. Now y'all, now you know grandma gonna keep it real. Now, this is Naziah. This is what Naziah had when she got off the bus, okay? I know there was question that what she really had on. Now, what she really had on when she went missing, we don't know. But what the sister saw, what his sister saw, is what she had on right here, okay? Well, not what Jarvis' but sister saw is what she had on right here. Now, y'all know earlier that I was concerned about, she called her aunt before this picture right here, before she got on that school bus and asked her where it's outer. I was trying to think of the streets. So I had to go back and do my research, okay? And there's two streets that she had asked her aunt, called Aunt Shannon. She said, Aunt Shannon, I don't know what she called her, but I'm going to say Aunt Shannon. She said, where is Outer and Balfour Street? She said, you know where it is. She got kind of smart because she asked her what she was doing. She said, no, that mean none of your business. So let's get here. Here is the conversation. What I had to go back and do my research. Now, she was having a conversation with somebody. I don't know these people, and I don't want to know them. And something at the time, what she say, has she done this before? Do you know the boy who it? Where they was talking about a boy. Then Auntie Shannon said, Tata asked me where two streets were at. And she said Balfour and Outer Street. That's what she asked her in school. This is her first time. Tata is sneaky as S. So the person asked her, who live over there? We don't know. That's her favorite word. We don't know. I don't know. So, do you know who the boy is? Oh, no. Okay. Dang. Do she fit a boyfriend? Then she said, the police said it used to be two skip houses in that area. Are her girlfriend is up? No, this. Okay, now look. Right here. The auntie know where Balfour and Outer Street. Cause that's the street. Let's take a look at it. Because this is the street where J-Bo used to live. J-Bo used to stay over in that area. Yeah, J-Bo, you know. Come on, auntie. You know where Balfour at. Outer and, this is Balfour Road right here, y'all. So, Naziah asked her about that road. Why did she ask her about that road? Now, look, y'all. Now, y'all know Naziah's supposed to be leaving the school. She left the school. She told her friends at school, and you'll hear from her own brother, that y'all ain't gonna see me no more. Now, why did she figure that she wasn't gonna see them no more dealing with Jarvis? Jarvis got 5 children from her auntie. So, what did he say to her to make her think that she was gonna run off with him? What did he say to her? Now, which way to go? Which way to go? Let's go this way. Cause this Balfour, let's go to this street. Let's turn left right here. See what's down this street. I mean, you talking about this girl? What's she doing? What? This is where he used to stay. Okay, I don't even know what I'm looking at. But anyway, this is Balfour, y'all. I went on another street. I'm on Elson Mark. Let me go back out. Let me go back out. Let me go back out. Let me turn around. Turn back around, Lanita. Come on, Grandma. Finish turning. Okay. All right, Granny. All right. Get back on your street. But anyway, oh no, I took y'all the wrong way. I'm sorry. But anyway, y'all know where Balfour Street is. We just already talked about that. All right, so anyway, y'all, so this is the street that I had to go back and check out. Well, what these are the street that she asked her auntie about, Outer Street in Balfour. And she said, you know where that is. So she even, the auntie know that this is where, area where Jarvis used to be. But why would she call him as her auntie instead of asking uh, Jarvis, where it's outer in Balfour? Why would he tell her to meet her on the street where she didn't know? Strange. Now this is, I know y'all don't heard this, but sometimes you have to go back because you might have missed something. Okay, now let me go back to the brother. Okay, I know some of y'all YouTube, y'all got bigger pages than I do. Okay, my page is small, but I got some good information on my page. Okay, so I'm going backwards. Now look, y'all. Listen to her brother. Listen to what he said. And remember what the auntie said.
But from a woman's point of view, a lover, your kid's father, and your young niece who is a victim, someone that has no control over what goes on in her life because she's a child. She can't think for herself as an adult, but you made an adult decision to bring this into her life, and you show no emotion on the scene. You act like you was irritated, you know?
I agree. I love my grandmother, but, so she was trying to open her eyes a little bit more, realize what time we in when you start thinking all the time.
Yeah.
This is what's going on now. This how our society is moving out.
So, do you think, based on, there was one specific text message I want to bring it up because I really don't want to bring up any of the graphic ones, that was out on your sister. There was one where your sister was asking your auntie a certain address or how to get to a certain street. The auntie gave her that information how to get there, knowing they said that was a street that Jarvis used to be on.
Y'all heard that?
Do you think your auntie had an inkling or she knew that this man was messing with her niece? Because she was calling her fast and everything.
And that's honestly, I ain't holding no emotions, no none of that. I feel like she knew her, and that's just how I feel. I don't care about how nobody else feels. At the end of the day, it's my little sister,
Right.
At the end of the day, I don't care what grandma feel, nobody else feels inside the family. It's my little sister. They all agree to it. I ain't gonna hold that back from them. They did agree on me with that. But so far,
So you think she knew?
I think she knew, and I just think it's hard for her.
You heard what he said? Heard what she said?
Hey,
I see. So it looks like she lost a lot of weight. Did you notice that? They been saying that.
yeah, the twins and them,
It's about. They said they dropped a lot. It looked more like stress weight. Do you think it's stress or they just like Shannon is
I
small?
like it both. Shannon more stressed. Marquita more, I feel like neutral. Just neutral.
And Marquita's daughter was actually on the stand too, right?
And that hurt me too, which is my little cousin.
So she witnessed.
And my little cousin going through, she in therapy right now. She going through, depression and stuff. She's stressed. She feel like it's her fault,
She should have told.
Yeah, she feel like she should have told, and she's trying to kill herself, all types of stuff. So that's why her dad got her in therapy and stuff now.
So Shannon knew where Outer Street in Balfour. She know that Jarvis used to live over there.
But from a woman.
So you heard it from Nazia's brother, her own blood. That his auntie knew what Jarvis was doing. She knew what's going on. And now you have Mr. Marks D, another YouTuber that got all the answers. All the answers. about Naziah's case. But listen to what he said, but what Jarvis said.
Some information from inside the courthouse where Jarvis, um, when he was being questioned, I believe, he was being questioned, and someone asked him, did he kill Naziah? And he said, I didn't kill Naziah. He blamed it on Shannon and said Shannon did. Some information.
All right, y'all. Listen to what she said about the shoes. Did the girl have on blue and white shoes or red and white shoes? Cause she do have red and white shoes, but the grandma trying to act like she colorblind. Listen to her.
And they posted a picture of these shoes somewhere or sent it to Naziah's brother. Naziah's brother then reached out to me and he sent me a picture of Naziah wearing the black and white Nike shoes. Once I saw she had the exact same shoes on that are depicted, that were described out there, I knew immediately where to go. I gathered a couple members of my team and we immediately went back out to where the shoes were GPS located and recovered the shoes.
Wow. She said, Fiery verified that she had on black and white Nikes.
Wearing the black and white Nike shoes.
Black, white Nike shoes. So where the red shoes come in at?
She had the exact same shoes on that are depicted, that were described out there. I knew immediately where to go. I gathered a couple members of my team.
So y'all saying she changed shoes.
To where the shoes were.
So where the red shoes come from? Red and white Nikes. I'm confused.
And they posted a picture of these shoes somewhere or sent it to Naziah's brother. Naziah's brother then reached out to me and he sent me a picture of Naziah wearing the black and white Nike shoes.
Black, white Nike shoes.
Once I saw she had the exact same shoes on that are depicted, that were described out there, I knew immediately where to go. I gathered a couple members of my team and we immediately went back out to where the shoes were GPS located and recovered the shoes.
Now y'all, everybody knew that girl was pregnant. Even her brother knew she was pregnant. Even her auntie knew she was pregnant. Even her, I tell you what, let's put it like this. The brother knew she was pregnant. Because he gonna tell y'all. He gonna tell y'all in this video right here that her friends said she was pregnant. Well, that said he didn't know she was pregnant. Her friends said she was pregnant. And is leaving. And she won't see them anymore. What? What she mean by that? And she didn't see them anymore. Y'all got to understand, she told them and she won't see them anymore. But she was giving them a message, y'all, that they didn't see her anymore. Naziah knew something was about to happen to her. And she felt that she'd been watched. So when she called her auntie and asked her auntie where the street was, she was trying to make sure from her auntie that she was going to, auntie, I'm really going to Balfour and Outer Street. That's the street where I was supposed to meet Jarvis at, allegedly. That's what it seemed like the conversation about. But listen to the brother. Listen to this.
Like any of her friends said, she did tell us about Jarvis before. She did mention it.
Oh, no.